I'm taking it day by day, and thankfully being able to have a show like this and to come to work and be able to do something that you enjoy doing takes your mind off of things. And
Jeezy got a divorce.
Jeezy
got a divorce. It hurts my soul.
Holy sh**. The grapevine has been buzzing with the shocking revelations surrounding Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's unexpected split. Amidst the whirlwind of rumors, we've discovered that while Jeannie made every valiant effort to save their marital ship, it tragically hit the iceberg of divorce.
You guys have known from season 1, I'm always honest about things we struggled through. I was real, man. Sometimes too real for everybody to have an opinion about, but it took us time, you know?
Jeezy, often referred to as the church in these streets rapper, recently addressed the media saying, "The decision to end this chapter in my life was not made impulsively and comes with a heavy heart." He went on to emphasize that the love and respect for Jeannie remain untouched. The time we spent together holds a cherished place in my heart. In his statement, there was a clear plea for understanding, especially for their young daughter, who is apparently the silver lining in their relationship. "Our beautiful daughter is the best gift from our relationship, and I am committed to assuring she feels the love and stability she deserves," he articulated. As one could expect, this wasn't a unilateral narrative. Just over a week ago, the co-host of Raid the Cage, Jeannie, gave a subtle nod to her emotional turmoil on Instagram, writing, "Sometimes you need to take a break and disconnect to heal." As cryptic as this might seem, it was evident that she was referring to her fragile bond with the put-on artist. The overwhelming flood of support for Jeannie in her comment section was impossible to overlook. One heartwarming comment read, "You don't owe us anything. Just live to his expectation. No one else's. Bless." Another supporter encouraged, "Do what you need for you and yours, as long as you need. Love you, sis." Their love story, which began with marriage in 2021 and the birth of their daughter Monaco, seemingly had a fairy tale essence.
You might want to add a sibling to the family. Are you looking at that? This is like the time.
So we are open to it. Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely,
okay.
yes.
However, the looming prenuptial agreement does hint at some level of foresight. Page 6 recently dished that Jeannie is devastated about the divorce proceedings initiated by Jeezy. A close source revealed the truth is Jeannie wants her marriage to work. She is devastated that Jeezy filed for divorce. The sentiment was poignant as Jeannie was depicted as someone still hoping for reconciliation, wishing for her family to remain united. But signs of moving on are evident. Jeannie, in a bold step, has removed Jeezy's surname, Jenkins, from her Instagram profile. This change wasn't lost on the eagle-eyed fans and coincided with her candid discussion about the split on Sherri Shepherd's show. There, she confided, "One thing I know is you give God your pain, he will give you his power." An emotional Jeannie expressed her day-to-day struggles, sharing, "I was on my knees, like, just give me enough light for this, where I'm at, you know?" Let's go back a little bit for the sake of order. It all began in the backdrop of a talk show. Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's whirlwind love story was one for the books. They first crossed paths on the set of The Real in November 2018. Jeannie gushed about their initial encounters, recounting on a later episode of the show, "I just got to know him in November. He's introspective. He's passionate. He's introspective. He's incredibly deep. He's a visionary. He's a great leader. He's an amazing servant to his community." Their bond became public when they made their red carpet debut at the inaugural Snowball Gala in Atlanta.
Grown. We're in our 40s. And what I think is that God somehow managed our timing so that we spent time after our long-term relationships. We both came from 10-year relationships.
Love soon blossomed, and by April 2020, the musician took a romantic leap, proposing to Jeannie. However, the engagement came with a sweet twist. Jeezy decided to bring Vietnam to Jeannie with a surprise quarantine date night in his home filled with Vietnamese food and decor, said a representative from Mao, hinting at the original plan for Jeezy to pop the question in Vietnam. Fast forward to a year later, in the embrace of their Atlanta home, the couple said their idos amidst close family and friends.
Getting to know Jay, you guys know him as Jeezy's Jay to me. Getting to know him has been one of the most beautiful experiences of my life.
In a touching recount to Vogue, Jeannie spoke of their adapted nuptials, influenced heavily by the untimely passing of Jeezy's mother and the omnipresent threat of COVID. The event served as a stark reminder of life's fleeting nature. But their love saga didn't stop there. Overcoming fertility challenges, they welcomed their daughter, Monaco. Jeannie took to Instagram to share her joy, writing, "I ask God for a life of love and happiness. He sent me my family. Baby Jenkins is here." Yet, every love story has its moments of tumult. Despite a relationship that seemed near perfect to outsiders, the undercurrents spoke differently. Their bond was tested by challenges ranging from prolonged physical distances to disparate social media approaches.
And so I didn't notice that I had a hot temper until I got with Jeezy, and here's a person who is my equal.
The intersection of their varied background also allegedly played a part. Jeannie, renowned for her independence, stood juxtaposed to Jeezy's intensely private nature. Rumors insinuated that Jeezy perhaps expected Jeannie to fit into a more submissive mold, an expectation she might not have aligned with.
I grew up with an Americanized way of thinking, but with my mom, who still had traditional ways, there still is a learning curve to connect the two.
Further complications arose when familial ties got entangled. Jeannie's mother and brother residing with the couple was suggested as a potential source of discord. Additionally, differences in parenting ideologies began to surface.
They're good.
Okay.
Like teaching me how to speak Vietnamese. I speak Vietnamese better than any of my brothers because my mom forced me to speak Vietnamese when I was growing up.
Before the official statements about divorce came to light, the rumor mill had been hard at work, weaving tales of intrigue that took the fan base by storm. As often is the case with high-profile splits, fans were quick to cook up their theories. And amongst these, one particularly salacious whisper echoed louder than the rest, the suspicion of infidelity.
All right, I'm with my girl, Jeannie Mai.
First day at the job, guys.
A proud Vietnamese girl. We're both first generation. I'm gonna have her hook me up with some Vietnamese.
August was rife with speculation when Jean teamed up with Mario on Access Hollywood. The proximity of the co-hosts gave way to wagging tongues and darting glances, yet sources close to the real alum swiftly doused these flames of suspicion. They informed TMZ that there's no truth to the rumblings of infidelity between her and Mario, emphasizing that their relationship was strictly professional. This debunking of the treason theory, however, left many perplexed, especially considering that, just a month later, news broke of Jeezy's decision to file for divorce. Their love, which seemed strong and untarnished, was suddenly riddled with questions. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported Jeezy's parting ways with his ex, and the legal documents ominously declared that there was no hope for reconciliation between the pair.
Here's something you probably didn't think you could catch. Divorce.
In the wake of all this, we've come across whispers of Jeannie's continuous attempts to keep the marital ship afloat. Word on the street is that Jeannie, in the weeks leading up to the present turmoil, strived for a month, battling against the tide, to hold onto the vestiges of their relationship. Insiders shed light on the fact that Jeannie was determined to salvage the family, even agreeing to the challenging task of cohabitating, all for the sake of their young daughter, Monaco. Their daily routine, under the same roof in Georgia, was described by sources as awkward, with both crossing paths as they come and go, their interactions strictly minimal. But for Monaco, the couple bore the strain of their uncomfortable shared space.
Friends separate. We tend to notice similar cracks in our relationships we might not have seen before.
Yet, Jeannie's decision to remove Jeezy's surname, Jenkins, from her Instagram might lead one to believe that the symbolic gesture signals the end. Could an Instagram name change be a proverbial nail in the coffin? The times are such that virtual affirmations and deletions hold as much, if not more, weight than the spoken word. For many fans, this act sealed the belief that the divide was beyond repair. However, according to documents that came into the public domain, Jeezy formally initiated the legal steps for divorce in the Fulton County Superior Court in Georgia earlier in September, labeling the marital bond as irretrievably broken. Despite the seemingly final nature of this step, the heartstrings pull a different tune. Jeannie's interviews and the contents of the court documents suggest a glimmer of hope. Notably, the divorce is contested, signaling that Jeannie isn't ready to let go. In her candid conversation on Sherry Shepherd's show, Jeannie opened up, describing the unique agony of navigating a divorce. "I'm not going to lie, it just takes every day to just sit and just be quiet in your thoughts," she confessed. Her words resonated with deep sorrow, emphasizing her internal struggle and the ceaseless pain she's been grappling with. Moreover, it's undeniable that the two had some beautiful moments. Jeezy's romantic gesture of replicating Vietnam for Jeannie during their engagement is a testament to their once palpable affection. Yet, the whispers around town indicated disparities in certain family values and expectations. Their differing views seem to have reached a point where mutual satisfaction became elusive. Fans are always quick to weigh in on the personal lives of celebrities, and the situation with Jeannie and Jeezy is no exception. We've pored over the abundant commentary, and the opinions run the gamut. At the center of it all seems to be a collective feeling of sympathy and respect for Jeannie. There's a palpable sense of concern for her well-being, especially given her visible struggle. One fan commented, "Props to Jeannie. You can see in her eyes that she's going through it. I know it's hard to put on a happy face and go do all of this promo for the show and have to deal with everyone asking her about the divorce." Another chimed in, observing, "I love that she's allowing the questions about her divorce because she could have easily asked for it not to be brought up." On the more philosophical side, one comment reflected a perspective on the cosmic forces at play, suggesting Jeannie will heal from this. This was the universe showing her Jeezy's true colors and protecting her. She's hurting right now, but it will get better. She's thriving in life, and she has her baby girl with her. Monaco, like she said, is her everything. We'll be watching this game show. Here, there's a twinge of optimism, highlighting Jeannie's professional trajectory and the beacon of hope her daughter represents. the general consensus appears to tilt towards a supportive stance for Jeannie, reflecting a genuine concern and anticipation for her next moves, both personally and professionally. Yet, amidst all of the speculation, the heartfelt emotion of the fans are a testament to the profound connections they've forged with the personalities they follow. As we dive deeper into the emotional saga of Jeannie and Jeezy, a couple of burning questions arise. Can true love ever find its way back, or is there a point of no return? And how would you navigate heartbreak under the relentless public gaze? We're curious about your insights, so drop your thoughts in the comments. See you soon, gossip enthusiasts.